Do you know the secret of 15-minute weight loss? It's not a diet, a workout plan. In fact, any effort made during these 15 minutes will make this not work, or will even make you gain weight. I'm Kara, and you wouldn't believe how I lost 3 dress sizes worth of ugly fat. This was without any special diet and without any tough workout plan. It was all from 15-minute weight loss. The only rule, and this is important, is that you cannot exercise during these 15 minutes. No matter what. All good? I had tried absolutely everything to lose weight. Keto diet, vegetarianism, low carb, high carb, paleo, fasting, and the weight just wouldn't move. Or it would go down for a little bit, but then shoot right back up again. It was humiliating to have friends say, "Hey, you're looking thinner," just to prove them wrong, when I gained it all back, and even more the next month. It went like this for years. I wanted to make an excuse and say, I just have a thyroid problem, but I couldn't even do that. My doctor said, nothing's wrong with you. You just have to work harder. This was terribly frustrating for me. I was watching my girlfriends date better guys while I had to settle for whoever was left. And I hated being known as the fat chick in the group. Still, I tried to tell myself that things were okay. I was still pretty healthy, and I considered myself attractive, up to a point. It wasn't until my friend Jenna's bachelorette party in Vegas where things came to a head. My friends are all skinny, and I knew that there would be more men interested in them. This had always frustrated me because they seemed to be able to eat whatever they want. I had accepted that they just have it easier, and that's just the way life is. I even shrugged off when I was talking to a guy and could hear his friends whisper, "He's a chubby chaser," and started laughing at us. But nothing could prepare me for the humiliation to come. My friend had VIP tickets to get us into a Vegas club in front of the line. I was so excited and was dolled up in my best makeup, and I was wearing what I thought was my sexiest outfit. We walked to the front of the line, and my friend went to get her VIP tickets out. The bouncer said, "Oh, VIP access ended at 9 p.m., but of course I'll let you pretty ladies in. It is nice being a girl in Vegas." We began to walk in, and then the bouncer roughly put his arm in front of me and said, "Sorry, we're full now." His big arm almost knocked me backward and made me fall. But it was my self-esteem that really got destroyed at that moment. I said, "What? What do you mean?" He said, "That's all I can let in." Something sounded fishy, so my friend called the doorman out. "Hey, there's no way the club is too full for one more person." He said, "I'm sorry, but to be honest, your friend is just too big. I'm supposed to let pretty women in front, but she's too fat." I was mortified. This was happening in front of dozens of people near the doorway, and I could already hear a couple guys laughing at me. One even took his phone out to start filming the argument. I held back from crying right there, but the truth is, I wanted the ground to just swallow me up at that moment. I did the best to pull myself together. Me and my friends were going to find another club, or we'd all wait in the very back of the line together. We certainly weren't going to listen to this jerk bouncer. But then Jenna waved to me from inside and said, "Bye, Kara, we'll see you at the hotel. Have a good night." And they just went off to dance without me. There I was, in Vegas, alone, humiliated by not just a bouncer, but what I thought were my best friends. I was tired of being the fat chick in the group. I was tired of being the type of woman that men settle for. Tired of being the type that men want to hook up with but not date, and never bring around their friends or family. And I was done with being the woman that couldn't look herself in the mirror when getting out of the shower. If I was honest with myself, I really didn't like who I was. I hated being in restaurants and wondering if people were judging me for ordering dessert. I hated trying to enjoy the occasional fast food burger, just to wonder if someone was looking at me thinking, "See, this is why she's so fat." And it just wasn't fair. I didn't feel like I was overeating, and my skinny friends spent more time texting at the gym than actually exercising. I went back to the hotel and cried. I wasn't going to tolerate this anymore. I immediately packed up my things and went to the airport. The ladies could party without me. I was going to figure this out once and for all. I took my flight back to Denver, but it had a long delay. There I was, stuck in the airport, wondering how matters could get any worse. I might as well have just stayed the night at the hotel if I was going to be stuck sitting around the airport anyway. Next to me was a beautiful skinny blonde woman. She looked great, and that just made me angry. She had done nothing wrong, but the last thing I needed was to be next to someone that had it all. But then I saw the headline on the newspaper she was reading. Woman loses 70 pounds with lap band surgery hypnosis. I said, "Hey, could I read that when you're done?" She said, "No, I'm keeping this. My friend was featured in it." I said, "Really? For what?" She said, "Well, not exactly featured, but he does the same thing. He helps people lose weight with hypnosis." I said, "There's no way that can work." She said, "See for yourself. Go to abcnews.com on your phone and look it up." I checked, and I could not believe what I saw. Here was the story of Kay Lindley, 59 years old and 315 pounds. She had gone through a multi-day hypnosis session where they made her imagine she was getting gastric bypass surgery. In the months ahead, she lost a full 70 pounds and did not gain it back. I thought this had to be a fluke, but it turns out this hypnotic procedure had worked hundreds of times. I was still skeptical though. "But there's no way this can work. It's calories in, calories out," I said. I was simply just parroting the health stuff I had read in the past, but I was starting to see how maybe I had believed the hype too easily. She said, "That's all BS. You don't even need to worry about calories." My ego kicked in, and I said, "No way." There was no way it could be that easy, right? I felt almost offended that there could be hundreds of people losing weight without having to do a crazy diet or workout plan. And secretly, part of me was screaming, this would never work for me anyway. I was about to get up and walk to another terminal to wait when she took out a photo out of her purse of a very overweight woman. I was thinking, okay, great. Now she's going to tell me about her friend who lost a few pounds using hypnosis. And then she said, "This is me." I said, "No way," and grabbed the photo. Yep, this was me 6 months ago. I keep it in my purse to remind me how far I've come. The change in weight was so huge that I couldn't believe it. I looked very closely at her face and then the face in the photo just to be sure. But it was true. She had lost all this weight. From that moment, she had 100% of my attention. She told me about her friend, Anthony Swales. This guy doesn't do an in-person clinic where you have to wait for days. He actually does the same thing through Skype sessions, and the results are just unreal. She told me the story about how Anthony first discovered hypnosis when he was a soccer player who wanted to go pro. In Australia, he was the 5th division out of 10, which was pretty much average as far as amateurs go. Lessons and practice were not getting him anywhere. He needed to try something new, just like I did. So he started researching hypnosis, NLP, timeline therapy, transcendental meditation, and many other mind-body practices. In a matter of months, he went from Division 5 to Division 1, all without changing anything in his practice. Soon other players noticed and started paying him for help, even though he had 0 credentials at the time. Before he knew it, he was running a full clinic where he hypnotized soccer players into playing better and becoming the MVPs of their teams. He was happy to see the results. But at some point, he asked himself, is this all there is? So he turned his attention to something more important, helping people like you and me lose weight. Anthony saw that there were millions of people all over the world. They were utterly frustrated with carrying ugly fat. He saw we were feeling bad about ourselves, losing confidence, and that a lot of us were just unhealthy too, and looking at major problems later in life if we didn't get this taken care of. Plus, he saw that a lot of hypnotherapists were doing it wrong, even if they were trying. A lot of hypnotists simply didn't have the full picture of what worked. So even though he already knew he could get results, he went to the Academy of Hypnotic Sciences and graduated, just to be sure he knew everything he could about hypnotic weight loss. I was blown away with what this woman was telling me. But I had to ask, what does he do different from the other hypnotherapists? She told me that it was very simple. There were 3 rules to hypnotic weight loss that had to happen for someone to lose weight. And this was especially important if you wanted to lose weight without worrying about diet or exercise. The first rule: understand it's your subconscious mind and not your diet or exercise that gets rid of the fat. Don't believe me? Think about all the people you know that seem to eat whatever they want and never gain an ounce. And think about all the people who have tried everything and still can't get rid of their ugly fat, or who keep having the fat come back to their bellies and hips a month later. The truth is that your subconscious mind is the ultimate decider of how much you weigh, and this can be scientifically proven. Neuroscience and physiology have long known that your unconscious nervous system is what regulates your hormones and metabolism. If your subconscious either believes that you don't deserve to lose weight, or worse, that it's not safe yet to lose weight, then it will do everything it can to sabotage your efforts. It can raise cortisol, your stress hormone, so you pack on more fat. It can lower your serotonin, so you get depressed and don't want to hit the gym. And it can speed up or slow down your metabolism. It can increase the level of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, so you feel an insatiable desire to pound a huge bag of potato chips. So if you've ever found yourself binge eating, no, it's not your fault. Your subconscious mind made it next to impossible to actually follow your diet. And if you did everything right and still didn't lose weight, then your subconscious mind may have slowed your metabolism to keep you from losing weight. It's not fair and it's not right, but it is how it works. There is a good side to this too, though. Once you have convinced your subconscious to lose weight through hypnosis, suddenly you can hack your entire body. Your subconscious will now speed up your metabolism. So you can eat burgers, French fries, and ice cream, and still burn fat automatically. It can lower your stress hormones, so every workout burns double the calories. It can make you sleep better, so your body works in overtime to digest well and slim you down. Beyond that, it can make you want to go work out. It can make you love the taste of healthy foods. It can pretty much put you on autopilot, where it's simply natural for you to do all the right things. And when you do the right things while having your body cooperate, then you drop fat in record time, to the amazement of all your friends. This is what gets the "what happened to you" reaction. When someone hasn't seen you for a while and is absolutely amazed at how good you look. The second rule of hypnotic weight loss is your brain waves need to be in sync. Now I'm going to get into a little brain science here, so please bear with me, because this is the missing key that so many hypnotherapists don't know. Do you know why most hypnosis does not work? It's because the brain is not in a receptive state. We have three basic different types of brain waves while we're awake. Beta, which is our normal everyday state. Alpha, which is our meditative peaceful state. Theta, which is our really deep state, where all the deep changes can happen. The theta state is what monks spend years, even decades trying to reach through intense meditation. It is the golden prize that allows you total control of your mind and body. But 99% of therapists, coaches, and even hypnotists try to do their work when a client is in beta state. That's when the subconscious has all of its defenses up. It's like a fortress that no one can get through. So of course, hypnosis won't work then. Now you can meditate for a half hour and maybe get into an alpha state, but that only gives you maybe 10% of what you can do in theta state. And it's rare that anyone who's not a Buddhist monk can get into a theta state right away. But thanks to the brand new science of cymatics, there is a breakthrough that can allow anyone to get into theta state in just minutes. Scientists discovered that if you get your left brain and right brain to sync together in their brain waves, that you instantly and automatically reach that powerful theta state. This means that your creative and logical minds work together instead of fight each other, which is what happens with most people. Most of the time, we're either daydreaming with our creative mind or trying to figure stuff out with our logical mind. But when you sync the two brain hemispheres together, miracles happen. What the scientists found is that if you wear headphones and give each ear finely tuned vibration frequencies called cymatics, that the two halves of your brain start to cooperate, and you're in this beautiful theta state. That's where hypnosis actually works. This is the state where you can decide to effortlessly make more money, and everything works perfectly. It's also when you can make it easy to find your soulmate. And it's the state of mind where you can start dropping pounds of fat off your body right away. A hypnotist can give your mind messages like, you will love eating healthy foods. Or you can eat anything and still stay lean. And your mind will just accept it if you're listening to these cymatics at the time. Your subconscious mind will respond with, yes, I do love eating healthy foods. And yes, I can eat anything I want and still look great. But if you're not listening to these cymatics on your headphones, and a hypnotist tries to convince your mind to help you lose weight, your subconscious will argue, no, I hate vegetables. Or, no, I gain fat faster than all my friends. See, it's not your fault if nothing you've done has worked so far. Your subconscious mind was fighting every step of the way, and you've done a brilliant job trying to lose weight the hard way. But now it's time to make it easy. And once it's programmed in, you're done. You open your eyes and suddenly life is different. Your hormones start cooperating with you. Your body digests food faster than ever. And you start naturally and easily taking the healthy habits that will make a difference in your life. And the third rule of hypnotic weight loss? You must repeat the process until it's permanent. This is where it gets tricky. Most people will try to do a session or two and expect great results. And they will get great results for a while. But the fact is that your subconscious mind is stubborn. This can make someone need to book dozens of sessions with the same hypnotist. That can be very expensive. But I found a way around that, where the change is permanent in as fast as 3 weeks. And I will show you how in just one moment. Because I don't think weight loss should be difficult or pricey. Remember, I've been in the same boat before, and it's not fun. After hearing this woman's story at the airport, I was sold. How do I work with him? I asked. She gave me Anthony's contact info, but she warned me he is very busy and rarely takes new clients. There is actually a wait list, but I was dead set on working with this guy. I decided that I must have success, that I am worth it, and that I won't let anything or anyone keep me from my weight loss goals. So I reached out to him and immediately got a message to use his scheduling calendar online. He was booked up for 6 months already. I refused to wait. I sent him an email telling him my entire situation. I told him about the VIP line, my friends ditching me to go into the club, and about how painful it was to always be the fat friend in the group. I told him I would do whatever it takes to fix this problem and that he must help me. And this is the key for everyone. If you want to lose that dreaded fat, you have to do whatever it takes. Are you willing to do that for your own success? Well, something about my VIP line story intrigued him, and he agreed to give me a session the following week, as long as I did everything he told me. My first session with him, I honestly can't remember. It was a whirlwind of words, music, and vibrations. He had me use a Skype call with him and use headphones. While he played the cymatic frequencies into the call, he gave me quiet hypnotic suggestions I could barely hear. While I can't remember the specifics of the call itself, all I know is the next day, I had no desire to eat any junk food. Instead, I had a lust for a carrot. I bit into it, and as I tasted the juiciness, I was shocked to find that I was enjoying vegetables more than I did ice cream and cookies. It wasn't that I thought junk food was gross now. It's just that I could have a dessert when it made sense and didn't feel any need for it otherwise. I started enjoying going for walks and soon going to the gym. It didn't feel like a chore either, and it was something I wanted to do, and I felt great after. But what was interesting was that even though I was naturally wanting to do things that made me lose weight, it turned out that even that wasn't necessary for Anthony's other clients. I talked to Anthony about other people he worked with, and many of his clients did absolutely nothing and still lost the same amount of weight. Anthony explained to me, when you get in theta state and command the subconscious to drop the weight, sometimes it just happens automatically. I was a little jealous of Anthony's other clients who seemed to magically drop the pounds, but I was still so happy with my results. I immediately booked my next session, then another, then another. I kept watching the pounds drop, and I didn't want to stop. Each time, I asked Anthony to explain more about the science of how this worked. Some part of my soul felt that it would be my mission to help others do the same thing, So I wanted to learn all I could. I continued to watch my fat disappear until I was a full 3 dress sizes lower. I was so thrilled, and my friends could barely recognize me. Well, I should call them ex-friends. Let's just say that once I dropped all that weight, my confidence boosted up, and I knew I would never settle for friends who would abandon me at the VIP line. Now things are better than ever. I have a new relationship with a man who respects me, and I feel amazing about myself. I also found new loyal friends who deeply care about me and treat me the way I know I deserve. And I want the same for you too. The good news is that you don't have to book a session with Anthony to get the same results. I booked about a dozen sessions with him, and at $100 a pop. It got very expensive. So worth it, but very, very expensive. One session wasn't enough, because if you don't keep conditioning your subconscious mind to help you lose weight, your old programming will kick in again, and the pounds will just come back. You need to do this regularly, at least for a while. And at some point, whether a few weeks or a couple of months, your subconscious finally goes, okay, this is permanent. I'm happy with staying lean and fit. And from that moment on, you're free. Your body has now made it the default to be lean and sexy. So everything you do from now on will just support that goal automatically. It's amazing. Once I had reached my own goal, I decided it was time to help others. One night, I was messaging with Anthony over Skype and said, "Aren't most of your sessions the same?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Then why don't you record them and sell them?" He said very seriously to me, "Are you kidding? Why would anyone need to book a session if I gave recordings away?" I explained very simply to him, "Look, you can only see so many people a month anyway. If you put these on MP3, you can help thousands of people. You'll charge a lot less, but make a lot more." He did the math and realized that, yes, even if he charged a lot lower for the session recordings, he would still make as much or more if he sold sessions for everyone. He first wanted to charge $100 per recorded session. They can play it as much as they want, so it's worth so much more than that, he said. And honestly, he has a point. These recordings are worth thousands of dollars. If something can make you drop dozens of pounds easily, effortlessly, and possibly without you even having to diet and exercise, then they're more than worth $100 per session in my book. But I don't think that weight loss is only for the rich. I think everyone who believes in themselves, anyone who truly wants this, should have a chance. So I was able to negotiate him down. We agreed he'd make 3 sessions that the person could listen to again and again, and after a few weeks, be done. So weight loss would be on autopilot from then on. There was one other tweak he needed to make. "I'm going to use subliminal technology for this," he said. I asked how that works. "This means the words are buried behind the cymatic vibrations and the music, so your conscious mind won't hear it, but your subconscious mind will." I asked why. I was curious because in my sessions with him, I could hear his voice. It was so quiet, I almost couldn't hear it, but I could still make out a few words. He explained that the reason for this is, if someone pays to book a session with me personally, I've talked to them already, and they fully trust me, so their subconscious mind will be more likely to follow. However, since you haven't met Anthony yet, the best way for your mind to use this is to hear these sessions subliminally. This way, to your conscious mind, all you think you're hearing is beautiful music or a calming, babbling brook. And your subconscious, while in theta state, will hear the subliminal messages underneath. First, Anthony showed me some articles from Neuroscience of Consciousness and Psychology Today explaining how it works. Then he told me about the time he created a subliminal recording to help a competitive swimmer. The swimmer would play the recording in his bedroom at night while in bed with his wife, and it just sounded like beautiful music to them both. They couldn't even hear his voice giving the hypnotic suggestions. What happened next was incredible. The swimmer started getting better at his times, winning first place in competitions. But his wife, who didn't even care about swimming, also became a better swimmer and was even having dreams of being a dolphin. This was all the proof I needed that subliminal recordings work. But you'll get to prove this for yourself, and at no risk to your bank account. If you act right now, as in right now, you can have the entire program at just the low price below. This is a tiny fraction of what it costs to even book a single session with Anthony himself, and a good 95% cheaper than booking all the sessions I did. Click the button below to get started. Each recording is only 15 minutes, and all you have to do is listen to one recording a day. That's it. No diet, no exercise, no nothing. Now, if you get inspired to eat something healthy or work out, then sure, do it. But only if you want to. The weight loss will happen on its own, one way or the other. There are cases where people magically have all the weight drop while watching TV and eating ice cream. And there are other cases where people wake up and just love going to the gym, doing yoga, hiking, and eating natural, healthy foods. You won't know which category you're in until you try. I was in the second category. I found that I love to go out into nature and hike, and I developed a love for vegetables without having to do anything. And I'll be totally honest, no matter how skinny you get, you will always be happier and healthier if you enjoy exercising and eating healthy foods. So there's nothing wrong with doing it the old-fashioned way, once you have changed your brain to make you want to work out and eat right. But one thing I can guarantee is that you will lose weight, one way or the other. How sure am I about this? Well, I talked to Anthony about it, and he made one thing very clear. If someone doesn't reach their perfect weight, I don't want their money. So for 15-minute weight loss, we are giving a full 60-day money-back guarantee. Just take 15 minutes a day and see how it changes your life. You can skip a few sessions if you need to, but the more you do, the better. See how your life changes over the next 2 months. Step on the scale once a week, or just wait until the end of the 60 days if you like. If you don't find yourself dramatically losing weight, looking better in the mirror, and feeling absolutely amazing about yourself, if your friends aren't grabbing you and asking, "What are you doing differently?" If you're not turning heads when you walk in the mall or down the street, then just email me and we'll send you every penny back. You don't have to prove anything. We just appreciate you taking the time to try it out. But the worst thing you could do is not give it a chance. It's 15 minutes a day, listening to beautiful music or a calming, babbling brook. It's shorter than any grocery trip, shorter than any workout, shorter than even preparing a healthy salad most of the time. And you'll start seeing results immediately. Either you'll start dropping weight almost magically, or you'll feel the enthusiastic desire to go do something nice with your body and get incredible results. I can't tell you which path will happen for you, but either are wonderful. So if you find yourself losing 20 pounds and say, "I'm not satisfied because 15-minute weight loss only made me love to diet and exercise perfectly," then sure, email me for a full refund if you like. But seriously, whether you end up losing weight magically or simply having the natural desire to take care of your body, you're going to be so happy you got 15-minute weight loss for your fitness, your health, and your life. So click the button below right now to get started. And just to make things even sweeter for you, I got Anthony to put 3 extra special bonuses. The first one is worth $50, and you'll see why right away. This is the Deep Sleep Now subliminal recording. Listen to this 15-minute recording right before bed, and bam, you're out like a light, having sweet dreams, deep sleep, and waking up fully refreshed the next day. If you have any trouble sleeping, any trouble at all, then this one bonus will be worth the entire program for you, because you'll be so much more relaxed from getting a good night's sleep. You'll have so much energy during your day, and having all that stress and disappear from insomnia. I'd say that's worth anything. So Anthony is being super kind by throwing in this bonus for free. You have to act now to get it because he's really going on a limb offering it. Remember, that's a $50 value you're getting at no charge at all. Click the button below to get it immediately. Bonus number 2 is, look great at any weight. Look, the fact is that most likely the weight you want to lose will not disappear overnight, but you can start looking more beautiful right away. This is because what makes you attractive, charismatic, and flat out gorgeous is based on a lot more than your weight. It's how you carry yourself, how you smile. It's how much tension or relaxation you have in your facial muscles. And the wonderful news is that you can start expressing yourself in an incredibly alluring way when you get your subconscious on board. So Anthony recorded a special subliminal session to make you feel and exude attractiveness right away. If you've ever had a night where you just feel in the zone, super sexy, and that everyone's looking at you, this audio will give you that same power. It's also priced at $50, but you get it absolutely free with your order. Click the button below to lock in your bonuses and get started with 15-minute weight loss. Bonus 3 is something very special. It's called Look Younger Now. The fact is, we can all carry a lot of stress in our face and body, and that makes us create wrinkles, gray hairs, skin conditions, and other things that make us look older than we are, or at least look older than we have to look. We also get told by friends, family, and the media that when we get older, we're supposed to lose our physical youth with that. But you can reverse all of that. In this special subliminal recording, Anthony will train your subconscious to smooth out those wrinkles, relax your face, make you stand with better posture and more confidence. And you'll find that your friends start asking you what beauty treatment you're using, because they'll feel like you suddenly look 5 years younger. And when you drop the stress, you'll see your hair comes out fuller, better colored, and more lustrous as well. This recording is also worth $50, but you get it free with 15-minute weight loss. That's $150 worth of bonuses that you get for free, but only if you get 15-minute weight loss right now. Click the button below to get started. So what are you waiting for? Think about how this and 15-minute weight loss could affect every area of your life. What will it be like to be your perfect shape? Do you think it might add some juiciness to your current relationship to have a sexier body? Or if you're single, do you think you might be more likely to find the perfect partner if you get in great shape? What about your health? Think about how much better you're going to move, feel, and live if you drop that nasty extra weight that 100% of doctors and scientists agree is unhealthy. And think about your confidence. For me personally, losing weight was the best thing I ever did for my self-esteem. I feel better about myself than ever and can truly look in the mirror and know I love myself. And that's the greatest thing of all. Any attention you get from others is just a nice cherry on top of an amazing life. So click the button below to begin your new life of easy fat loss and looking great. Remember that this option won't be open forever to you. If Anthony decides, I'd rather just go back to only booking personal sessions, then this webpage is gone, and for good. You won't be able to find it anywhere. You find another hypnotist product, but it won't have the cymatic frequencies that really make the weight loss happen. And your only choice will be to pay $100 a session, again and again, spending at least $1,000 and more, just to maybe get what you would have gotten for the tiny investment below. Would you pay that kind of money on a maybe? Or would you rather try out 15-minute weight loss today for a tiny little investment that is not even the cost of a dinner at a fine restaurant? Remember that this is 100% money back guaranteed. There is literally no risk to you. You have nothing to lose except your weight and your self-doubts. There's no other program out there that's like 15-minute weight loss. This is the solution that you've been waiting for, to lose weight effortlessly, automatically, and permanently. And if you don't like the program, you get to keep the deep sleep bonus anyway. That means a lifetime of great sleep just for trying it out. And you get to keep Look Great at Any Weight and Look Younger Now recordings as well. That's $150 worth of bonuses. But you do have to take action right now. Don't let your body down. Don't let your health down. And please don't let yourself down. This is your magic moment. Please take it. Click the button below to get your fat-releasing items immediately. Still here? I know you probably have some questions. So let me just see if I can cover some of them. Is the 15-minute weight loss system scientifically proven to work? Yes. There are countless scientific studies done on the effectiveness of talking to the brain using external brainwave frequencies. In fact, the research proves that using different brainwave frequencies can have a profound impact on every single aspect of your life, including health, love, and your overall happiness. But the added element of hypnosis or guided meditation takes the scientifically proven studies that back using external brainwave frequencies and puts them on steroids. With that in mind, we're using the theta brainwave frequency to access your subconscious mind. That's not woo-woo made-up pseudoscience. It's a scientifically proven fact. And the added benefits of hypnosis talk to your limiting beliefs and stories about your body and rewrites them with new, empowering conditioning that will change the way you see food and fitness. It's that new conditioning that naturally directs your attention towards the body you really want, so you can start finally sculpting the body you want. In this case, 15-minute weight loss helps you focus your attention onto the body you want, making it infinitely easier and faster to have it. I've tried other weight loss programs before, and they didn't work. Why will this be any different? The reason is simple. You are currently limited by your subconscious mind's programming, your beliefs, judgments, period. Every diet works. Every exercise program works. But if your subconscious is forcing you to crave McCheeseburgers all day and see exercise as some massively painful thing to do, then no matter how good the diet and contraption are, you simply cannot sculpt a healthy, sexy body. That's what 15-minute weight loss does for you. It reprograms your subconscious, whereas those other programs could never even access your subconscious. 15-minute weight loss is the only weight loss program developed around cutting-edge brain science. So for the first time in your entire life, it's not only possible to get into amazing shape and have an incredibly sexy body, but it's easy. And when I say easy, I don't mean everything just falls into your lap, because that's not actually what you want. Instead, you'll experience one magical, miraculous breakthrough after the other. And you're going to become someone who makes decisions based on what feels good, not what you believe you can or can't do. That's the inevitable transformation you'll go through when you watch your body change, as your subconscious is rewritten. What if the 15-minute weight loss just doesn't work for me? You literally take zero risk with 15-minute weight loss. You have a full 60-day guarantee. If at any point during that 60-day period, you decide it's not for you, you can return it for a full refund, every penny. No hassle, not a single question. Your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed. What will happen to all the other weight loss programs and techniques I've learned? Well, right now, all that learning is part of what's holding you back until your subconscious is reprogrammed. Then, watch out. With new subconscious programming from 15-minute weight loss, your subconscious will activate much of that previous learning and training. The sky's the limit. How soon should I expect results? Every person is different, and every brain responds differently to 15-minute weight loss. Some experience powerful results the very first moment they put their headphones on. Others take some time. We ask that you use as directed, 15 minutes a day for 21 days before you fully evaluate your results. Keep this in mind. The results become cumulative. The longer and more consistently you use 15-minute weight loss, the more dramatic your results will be. Will 15-minute weight loss help me get better results from the diets and exercise plans I've used before? Yes, but not in the way you might think. First off, stop thinking about diet and exercise as a separate thing and just put them in the context of a lifestyle. Remember, your body is always becoming where your subconscious mind's attention is focused, right now, no exceptions. All you need to do is clear away the toxic old story from your subconscious and allow 15-minute weight loss's reprogramming to reveal itself effortlessly. Will 15-minute weight loss cause any harmful side effects to me? I get this one a lot because the idea of hypnosis scares some people. Now, the short answer is absolutely not. There isn't a single negative side effect to using 15-minute weight loss. If there was, I wouldn't be offering it to you right now. That being said, there has never been so much as a documented complaint about any negative side effects, nor has there ever been a single complaint from 15-minute weight loss users. Quite the opposite. Virtually 100% of our customers who use this kind of subconscious reprogramming process report significant positive changes in as little as the first week. Here's why. Nobody ever once taught you how to direct your subconscious attention, or that it's your subconscious that determines what your body will look like. Now, the moment you take charge of your attention, you become the captain of your ship, so to speak, for probably the very first time in your life. Here's the thing. The person you are right now won't be joining you on your journey. In fact, the person you are right now will cease to exist. In the place of who you presently are will be someone who only tells the story about his or her unlimited natural state of physical vitality and health. Which means who you are right now will hardly recognize the person you become, the person capable of allowing into your life the health and vitality you were created for. And if you don't agree with me after using 15-minute weight loss for yourself, we'll refund you every penny, no questions asked. Is my personal information safe? Yes. Our site employs 256-bit encryption technologies using Secure Sockets Layer, SSL, from trusted vendors like VeriSign and Thought to encrypt sensitive data. Your personal information could not be safer.